In a world of perilous secrets, one man races against time to uncover the truth, but he can't trust his mind, nor see his hidden enemies. Jason Bourne, on the edge of existence, embarks on a journey. The story opens amidst a stormy night at sea, with a body floating near a fishing boat, setting off a fateful chain of events. Bourne's quest for his identity leads him to Zurich, aided only by a cryptic object from his body. Meanwhile, a failed assassination attempt on an African dictator triggered turmoil at the CIA. As Bourne unravels his past, danger lurks at every turn, leaving him no choice but to fight back. In a heart-pounding chase, Jason sprints through the building, evading guards and stealing a walkie-talkie to outsmart his pursuers. Armed forces flood the area, searching for him. Jason dashes to an emergency exit, climbing the fire escape to the rooftop. In his haste, he drops his lifeline bag several floors below but later retrieves it, vanishing into the bustling streets. His path collides with Marie, a woman he bribes with $20,000 to drive him to Paris. Meanwhile, at CIA headquarters, Conklin deploys his Black Ops agents to capture Jason by sundown. The cat-and-mouse game intensifies as they flee to Paris. Intrigues surround Wombo C's death, leading to Jason and Marie assuming new identities, while secrets unravel. Jason plans a hotel visit to extract vital information. At Langley, Conklin faces Abbott's scrutiny, pinning blame on Jason. As the hunt intensifies, the police catch their trail. Seeking refuge at Amon's, a deadly woods encounter ensues, forcing Jason to confront Conklin. The safe house's location is compromised, leaving Conklin's team in turmoil. A showdown between Jason and Conklin becomes inevitable. Jason learns of a shared past with Conklin, a failed mission, and his departure from Treadstone. Marie's tragic death spurs his quest for revenge. CIA investigates, unaware of Jason's survival. Fingerprints link to a Treadstone file request, revealing Jason's ties to Ward Abbott. Pamela discloses Jason's implication in Moscow's murders. Meanwhile, Jason tails Pamela to Berlin, intercepts Nikki, and presses for answers about Marie's death. Pamela seeks files linked to the haunting Berlin mission. Nikki reveals Jason's never been to Berlin. In the Berlin office, Ward pushes for Jason's elimination, while Pamela wants answers, not a body. Jason researches Nevsky, a dead Russian politician. He recalls he killed Nevsky and his wife on Conklin's orders. Pamela heads to the hotel where the mission takes place. Jason flees, chased by police. He overhears Ward's confession about framing him. Jason lets Ward live and escapes to Moscow. There, he's hunted by the police in Kirill. Jason outmaneuvers them, making it to Nevsky's daughter. He confesses to her and leaves. Jason contacts Pamela in New York. Jason and Simon have a discreet conversation, setting up a meeting at a train station. Unbeknownst to the CIA, Jason calls Simon using a borrowed phone and warns him of the surveillance. Simon moves to the bus station, creating confusion among the CIA agents. Jason helps Simon evade capture, revealing that Blackbriar is an upgraded version of Treadstone. They head to the city's busiest terminal, and Noah's CIA team intensifies its efforts to locate Simon and their asset, Paz. As they reach the terminal, the CIA monitors the camera feed, desperately trying to track down Jason and Simon. Simon panics when he encounters a garbage man and bolts, catching the attention of the CIA. Jason stealthily incapacitates the agents one by one, and he advises Simon to take cover in a store. As they escape, a security camera captures them together, leaving Noah shaken upon realizing that Jason Bourne is helping Simon. CIA agent Paz sets up his sniper position to target them, and the terminal's cameras are disabled for a clean shot. Simon disobeys Jason's warning, running off and getting shot in the head. Jason retrieves Simon's papers and flees, narrowly missing Paz. In an internet cafe, Jason explores Simon's notes, finding references to Blackbriar and the start of his troubles. He follows the leads from Simon's notes to an investment banking group's headquarters, but the police sirens draw near, forcing him to depart. Pamela and Ezra join forces, using unorthodox methods to identify the CIA leak. Neil Daniels is pinpointed in Italy as the likely source, aligning with Simon's flight pattern. Jason is already infiltrating Daniels' location. At Daniels' location, CIA agents are closing in. Jason confronts them, launching an attack on the approaching agents. Nikki appears, and a phone call from Noah confirms Jason's presence. He takes Nikki's help to escape and manipulates the situation to distract the incoming CIA team. Amidst the CIA team's arrival, local police chaos becomes Jason's cloak, allowing him to vanish without notice. Pamela anxiously awaits updates, while Noah delves into Operation Blackbriar, highlighting Neil Daniels, responsible for operations in Southern Europe and North Africa. In a cafeteria, Jason and Nikki dissect a photograph, prompting Jason to recognize a man from his program days. Nikki reveals the program's dark nature, breaking soldiers and altering their behavior, with Jason as the first subject. CIA HQ zeroes in on Daniels, preparing to eliminate him. Nikki's attempts to access location data are thwarted, only yielding an image and the operative's name. They plan to tail the operative to Daniels, but a fateful explosion occurs as Jason intercepts Daniels, leaving him unconscious. Upon regaining consciousness, Jason relentlessly pursues Operative Dash across rooftops. Meanwhile, Nikki skillfully evades Dash. Jason's audacious entry through a window initiates a fierce brawl between the two highly trained operatives. Ezra engages Noah, introducing Pamela into the picture. Jason shares his profound remorse for the lives he's taken with Nikki. Meanwhile, Pamela delves into Treadstone files, uncovering the name of the program's chief medical officer, Albert Hirsch. News of Jason's survival reaches Noah, while Pamela stumbles upon recent passport usage. She opts to keep this revelation to herself. From a nearby vantage point, Jason observes Pamela and Noah. He calls Pamela to express gratitude for a recording she provided earlier. Jason's confrontation with Albert leads to a revelation. He had voluntarily entered the program under a different identity. Facing a masked adversary, he becomes Jason Bourne, grappling with a surge of memories and self-discovery as he escapes through a window. As Noah's agents storm the building, Jason and Paws face off on the rooftop. Despite the tension, Jason refrains from killing Paws, who questions Jason's past actions. Back inside, Pamela hands over classified documents, leading to a showdown with Noah. She advises Noah to secure a good lawyer. Jason confronts his memories as he approaches the facility. He entrusts Pamela with a bag of sensitive files, signifying the end of his journey. As CIA agents close in, he leaps off a building, escaping bullets and plunging into the water. In a conference, senators review documents provided by Pamela, resulting in the arrests of Dr. Albert, Noah, and others. Meanwhile, Nikki watches a news report on the investigation of Ezra Kramer. Jason remains elusive after 3 days of searching. He re-emerges, swimming to freedom. The scene shifts to Aaron Cross, an enhanced agent in Operation Outcome, facing challenges. The crisis escalates as Simon Ross investigates, threatening covert operations. Eric Byer, overseeing Operation Outcome, takes drastic measures to eliminate evidence, erasing agents with lethal pills. An airstrike on Outcome 3's Alaskan cabin is survived by Cross, who unveils a disturbing conspiracy behind these covert programs. Cross ingeniously evades a Predator drone strike and implants a tracking device inside a wolf to trick the CIA. A flashback unveils the sinister background of Byer and Cross as sin eaters, responsible for the moral quandaries of their organization. Byer aims to obliterate traces of Operation Outcome, even sacrificing a research lab in a gruesome outbreak. Meanwhile, Cross escapes to Chicago, plotting his eastern-bound getaway. He saves Dr. Shearing from a team sent to interrogate her, starting their uneasy alliance. With Outcome terminated, they learn Cross's need for special medication. As Cross divulges his original identity and fears, they plan to reach the remote Pacific lab in Manila. News of Hirsch's death and the Senate investigation, connecting Treadstone with Bourne surfaces, while Dr. Shearing's predicament attracts media attention. Crossing Manila to access the Steris and Warlanta lab, Dr. Shearing stabilizes Cross's enhancements. The CIA closes in, learning that Outcome Agent 5, alias Dr. Carl Brundage, seeks medication. After a swift altercation, Cross incapacitates security officers. Fleeing the lockdown, they blend into a worker crowd, knocking out security manager Mackey and swiping his gold watch. Cross conquers his blue pill dependency. Police and the deadly, chemically brainwashed Lurks 03 from Bangkok pursue them. A relentless chase unfolds, culminating in a motorbike getaway. Inside the CIA, Byer confronts a chilling message from Cross, while Noah Vosen testifies. Pamela Landy navigates impending indictment. Cross and Shearing escape on a fisherman's boat, sailing into an uncertain, exciting future. In the finale, a flashback reveals Jason Bourne's transformation into the ultimate weapon, and he's found in Greece, while hacker Nikki Parsons operates in Iceland. Nikki Parsons hacks into the CIA servers, alerting Heather Lee at HQ. She uncovers the Treadstone project and exposes Jason Bourne and his father's involvement. The CIA takes control, but Nikki erases her tracks. CIA Director Robert Dewey is alerted, and internet entrepreneur Aaron Kallur seeks a meeting with him. Heather Lee takes charge to counter Bourne's threat to the Iron Hand program. The asset, a former Blackbriar operative, accepts a mission. In Greece, Bourne intervenes in a fight, learns more about his father, and confronts a CIA operative. Nikki and Bourne escape, chased by the asset, showcasing Bourne's impressive motorcycle skills. A tragic confrontation leaves Nikki dead, and Bourne discovers classified information. In Berlin, Bourne deciphers a drive, recalling a revealing conversation with his father. The CIA tracks him and offers help, but Heather warns him covertly. Bourne escapes, determined to uncover the truth. Heather plans to lure Bourne back into the program using his newfound knowledge. Aaron aims to remove files granting CIA server access. Facing a Justice Department audit, Aaron secures records of his meetings with Dewey. Bourne investigates Heather's motives online, while Dewey orders the asset to relocate to London. Jason contacts Malcolm Smith and confronts him about his father. The asset interrupts, sparking a shootout. Heather aids Bourne's escape while Dewey grows increasingly concerned. In Vegas, Bourne, Heather, and Aaron prepare to expose Iron Hand, but Dewey's interference threatens them all. The asset aims to kill Aaron and Heather, but Bourne intervenes. Chaos ensues, helping Bourne evade law enforcement. Finally, he confronts Dewey to seek answers. As the intense confrontation unfolds, Dewey confronts Bourne about his past and the lies he's been fed. Dewey claims Bourne's father lacked Bourne's resolve, arguing that he won't find peace until he embraces his true identity. Before the situation escalates further, Jeffers bursts in, shooting both Bourne and himself. Dewey attempts to shoot Bourne but is unexpectedly shot by Heather. Heather explains she wasn't involved, and Bourne rushes to pursue the asset, who has already killed a SWAT member and stolen an armored police vehicle. The chase intensifies with Bourne expertly navigating the city, outwitting the asset's tactics. Their pursuit culminates in a brutal hand-to-hand fight in a tunnel. Bourne emerges victorious, seeking his long-awaited revenge. Meanwhile, Kaller, surviving a gunshot, is determined to expose Iron Hand. In Washington, Heather pushes for a promotion, aiming to set things right. However, she discovers Bourne's recorded conversation with the deputy director, revealing her hidden intent to eliminate Bourne if he doesn't cooperate. Bourne departs, leaving Heather to contemplate her choices.